This video is going to have a look at calculating compound interest using a recursion of simple interest, or putting it a different way, we're going to have a look at calculating compound interest using a series of simple interest calculations. So in this example, we have Ethan, who is investing $10,000 at 2.5% per annum, and he's doing that investment for a total of 4 years, compounding annually. So we want to calculate the interest that Ethan is going to be receiving on his investment over those 4 years. And we're going to do that by using a recursion or a recurrence of simple interest calculations. So we're going to look at year by year to calculate over the 4 years what is his total interest going to be. So in year one, we're going to be starting off with $10,000. And then we want to calculate his interest for year one. So his interest for year one is going to be our principal, so $10,000 times by our interest rate, and we want to divide that by 100 to get 0.025, and we're doing it a year at a time, so our time period is going to be 1 year, and that is going to equal to $250. So the interest amount that Ethan is earning in year one is $250. So at the end of year one, adding the principal and the interest together, Ethan is going to have a balance of $10,250 at the end of year one. So when we come to look at year two, his opening balance doesn't stay the $10,000, it updates to the $10,250. That's because when we're compounding, the principal is updating every compounding period to include the previous interest. So now when I come to calculate my interest for year two, my principal is $10,250, still timesing it by the same interest rate, so 0.025, and still timesing it by a year because it's 1 year, but our interest amount is going to be $256.25. So adding in my interest amount, 256.25, adding that to my 10,250 principal that I started the year with, and my new closing balance becomes $10,506.25. So moving on now to year three, and my balance, because I've compounded again, because I'm in a new year, my opening balance is going to update. So $10,506.25. So when I come to do my calculation for interest, it's going to be $10,506.25 times by 0.025 times by 1. And my third year's interest is going to be $262.66. So adding my third year's interest and principal together, the closing balance at the end of the year is going to be $10,768.91. So doing the same calculation for my fourth year, my final year of Ethan's investment. So my opening balance is going to be $10,768.91. So I can include that opening balance in my interest calculation. So $10,781.91 times by 0.025 times by 1, and that is going to equal to $269.22. So adding that interest to the opening amount for year four, and it's going to finish off with $11,038.13. So to answer the original question, which is asking us to calculate the interest that Ethan is receiving, I can add up those four interest amounts. So 250 plus $256.25 plus $262.66 plus $269.22. And over the 4 years, Ethan is earning $1,038.13. So a little check that we can do when we're doing our compound interest calculations this way is my interest amount increasing every year? Because if you've made an error and your interest amount isn't increasing every year, you need to go back and have a look for where you made that mistake. So here we can see that our interest amount is increasing roughly by $6 every year. So that looks the way we would expect it to look. So over the 4 years, based on his original investment of $10,000 and 2.5% interest compounding annually, Ethan is going to earn $1,038.13 interest. So that's an example of how I can calculate compound interest using a recursion or using a series of simple interest calculations.